Let me continue exercise 3.5. In this exercise 3.5, first sum. This is the fourth main first sum we discussed in the previous video. Okay. Now second sum. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. The first condition is a fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, and it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. The second condition is fraction becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. Then find the fraction. You have to find the fraction. So let the fraction be x by 1. Let the fraction be x by 1. Now, the first condition, a fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. So, when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, that is, what is the numerator here? X minus 1 by y equals to, the fraction becomes 1 by 3. When 1 is subtracted from the numerator, the fraction becomes 1 by 3. So cross multiply 3 into x minus 1 equals to 3. 3x minus 3 equals to y. So 3x minus y equals to 3. 3x minus 3 equals to y. See here, or 3x minus 3, you can write in the standard form also. So take as equation 1. Now the second condition is when 8 is added to the denominator. When 8 is added to denominator. The second condition is when 8 is added to the denominator. So what is the denominator here? Y. So x by y plus 8. Then the fraction becomes 1 by 4. The fraction is 1 by 4. So cross multiply 4x equals to 1 into y plus 8. 4x equals to y plus 8. Now see here, x equals to y plus 8 by 4. Take as equation 2. Now substitute equation 2 in 1. Substitute equation 2 in 1. Substitute second equation in the first equation. So 3x. What is x here? Y plus 8 by 4. So 3x minus y equals to 3. Now 3 into y, 3y. 3 into 8, 24 by 4 minus y equals to 3. First we take LCM and then cross multiply. You cannot take cross multiplication directly here. First we take LCM for these two terms and then cross multiply. So 3y plus 24 minus 4y equals to, now cross multiply, 4 3s are 12. Okay. Now 3y minus 4y is minus 5, 12 minus 24. So minus y equals to minus 12. So y equals to 12. Minus 12 divided by minus 1 is plus 12. So y equals to 12. When y equals to 12, y is equal to 12, then x is what? So put y equals to 12. Y equals to 12. Then x is 12 plus 8 by 4. 12 plus 8 is 20. So 20 by 4, which is 5. Therefore, the fraction is x by y. We have taken x by y. What is x here? 5. And what is y? 12. So the fraction is 5 by 12. So whenever the question on fraction, so take in this form, x by 1. So when 1 is subtracted from the numerator means x minus 1 by 1. Then equals to 1 by 3 and cross multiply 3 into x minus 1 equals to y. Then 3x minus 1 equals to y. 3 into x, 3x. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 equals to y. So 3x minus y equals to 3. Right? So this is the first condition. Second condition is 8 is added to the denominator. 8 is added to the denominator. It means x by y, where y is the denominator. So 8 is added to the denominator. So x by y plus 8 equals to 1 by 4. Cross multiply. So 4x equals to y plus 8. So x equals to y plus 8 by 4. Take as second equation. And this second equation you substitute in the first equation. So 3x. X is y plus 8 by 4 minus y equals to 3. First multiply these terms and then take LCM and cross multiply. You will get x plus y value, which is 12. Then put y value in second equation. You will get x equals to 5. So the fraction is 5 by 12. I hope you understood this sum. Then next sum, that is very important sum, third one. Okay, question number 3. Question number 3. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Yash scored 40 marks. This is the first condition. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. This is the first condition. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer, instead of 3 marks, 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks being deducted for each incorrect answer, Yash would have scored 50 marks. Instead of taking 3 marks for right answer, it is 4, and instead of losing 1 mark for each wrong answer, he would have lost 2 marks for each incorrect answer. Then he would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? We have to find how many questions were there in the test. So the questions there in the test is equal to the questions which are answered correctly plus the questions answered incorrectly. That is the total number of questions were there in the test. So the number of questions answered correctly be x. So first we take let the number of questions answered correctly be x and questions Answer incorrectly by. So the total number of questions is x plus y. This you have to find out. Before finding this, you have to find how many questions he answered correctly and how many questions answered incorrect. That we have to calculate first. So that now first condition, Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer. He got 3 marks for each right answer and lost 1 mark for each wrong answer. He lost 1 mark for each wrong answer. So the first condition, Yash would have scored 40 marks. So he would have scored 40 marks when he is getting 3 marks for each right answer. That is 3x. 3 marks for each right answer. Then lost 1 mark for each incorrect answer. That is 3x minus y equals to 40. This is the first condition. And second condition, he would have scored 50 marks. He would have scored 50 marks if he gets 4 marks for correct answer. That is 4x. Then 2 marks being deducted for each incorrect answer. That is minus 2y equals to 50. This is the second equation. First condition is 3 marks are awarded for correct answer and 1 mark deducted for incorrect answer. He would have scored 40 marks. In the second one, he would have get 50 marks when 4 marks been awarded for the correct answer and 2 marks deducted for wrong answer. So the equation is 4x minus 2y equals to 50. Now see here, first equation substitute in the second equation, or you can do elimination method or cross multiplication method. Okay, now take equation 1. In equation 1, 3x minus y equals to 40. So 3x minus 40 equals to y. So y equals to 3x minus 40. So this equation you substitute in second equation. Substitute in equation 2. Substitute in the equation 2 where 4x minus 2y 3x minus 40 equals to 50. So this is the second equation where you are substituting y. Okay. Now 4x minus 3 2s are 6x plus 2 into 40 is 80 equals to 50. So minus 2x equals to 50 minus 80. So x equals to 50 minus 80 is minus 30 divided by minus 2, which is 15. Minus divided by minus is plus, 30 by 2 is 15. When x is 15, then y is, put x equals to 50 in equation y equals to 3x minus 40. So y equals to 3 into 50 minus 40. So y equals to 40, which is 5. So y is equal to 5. Therefore, the total number of questions, let the number of questions answered correctly be x. X is 15. Then questions answered wrongly be y. So y equals to 5. Therefore, the total number of questions were there in the test is x plus y. So x is 15, y is 5. Therefore, total number of questions in the test, number of questions were there in the test. In the test is x plus y 15 plus 5, which is 20. So total number of questions were there in the test is 20. I hope you understood this. So one of the very important question. Only thing, you have to frame the equation correctly. The rest of the part will go easily. Only framing equation is very important. While framing the equation, you have to read the statement 2-3 times, understand it, then you have to frame this equation using variables. Understood? Okay. Now, the fourth sum. Now, the fourth question is, this is also very important question. Places A and B are 100 km apart in a highway. Two places A and B. These are two places 100 km apart. Distance between the two places is 100 km. One car starts from A. So one car starts from point A and another from B. So next, one more car is from B and move in the same direction. So if the car travel in the same direction, both the cars are moving in the same direction. One car from point A, the other car from point B. Both the cars are moving in the same direction at different speed. So car A has one speed and this car has another speed. Now, they meet in 5 hours. They meet at certain point A, C. So at this point, both the cars meet after 5 hours. Now, if they travel towards each other, if both the cars travel towards each other, they will meet in 1 hour. These two cars will meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of the two cars? You have to find the speeds of the two cars. Let the speed of the car A take as x. So speed of the car take as x kilometer per hour, whereas speed of this car you take as y kilometer per hour. Okay, both have different speed. So this car has speed x and this car has speed y. Understood? Now, the distance travelled by the car A is what? AC. The distance travelled by car A is AC, whereas distance travelled by this car from point B is BC. Okay, you know that distance equals to speed into time. This formula you know very well. Distance is equal to speed into time. Therefore, distance covered by the car from point A is speed is x and time taken is 5 hours. 5 hours. Whereas the car from point B the distance taken is equal to speed into time, where speed is 5 and time taken is 5 hours. Right? Therefore, the equation for this first condition, that is, both the cars are moving in the same direction. When both the cars are moving in the same direction, then distance travelled by the car from point A is 5x and distance travelled by this car from point B is 5y. Okay? Then the distance between both the cars is taken as 100 kilometer. Okay? Now, first we choose variables. Let the distance, let the speed of car from point A be x kilometer per hour and point A be x kilometer per hour and the speed of the car from point B, speed of the another car from point B y kilometer, point B y kilometer per hour. Now the first condition is, see here, both the cars meet at point C. So both the cars meet at point C, so that AC equals to AB plus BC. AC is equal to AB plus BC. Now, what is AC here? So, AC is 5x, that is the distance covered by the car from point A. So, AC equals to 5x and AB is given as 100 kilometer, the distance between the 2 points A and B, and BC is the distance covered by the another car, that is 5y. Here you write distance equals to speed into time. So distance from point A is, speed is x, time is taken 5, so 5x, and distance of the point B is y into 5, that is 5y. Okay, so 5x minus 5y equals to 100. Now 5 is common on both the sides. X minus y equals to 100. So that the first equation is x minus y equals to 100 by 5. 100 by 5 is 20. So this is the first equation, that is the first condition also. One car start from point A and another one start from point B. Both the cars are moving in the same direction, and after 5 hours both the cars will meet at certain point. Take it as C. Now the distance covered by this car is 5x. Speed into time, that speed we have taken as x and time taken as 5x. And this car also takes speed y kilometer, but time taken is 5 hours. So distance covered by this car is 5y. So speed into time, speed is y and time is 5 hours. Now AC equals to now the second condition is when both travels towards each other, if they travel toward each other. So this car is moving like this and this car is moving like this towards each other. Then they will meet in 1 hour. So time taken is 1 hour. Both the cars meet each other in 1 hour. So this is the second condition. So take the point D here. At point D, both the cars are meeting at point D after 1 hour. So the equation is, see here, at point D, both the cars meet each other. So the equation is AB equals to AD plus BD. So AD plus BD equals to AB. So what is AD? AD is the distance travelled by the car from point A. So distance, see here, distance is equal to speed into time. So time taken is 1 hour, speed is x. So x. Then what is BD? BD is the distance travelled by the car from point B, where the distance is equal to speed into time. Speed we have taken as y and time taken is 1. So y into 1 is y equals to 100. This is the second equation. First equation is x minus y equals to 20 and the second condition is x plus y equals to 100. Now add equations 1 and 2. Add these two, you will get x minus y is 20, x plus y is 100. So 2x equals to 120 plus y minus y cancel. So x equals to 120 by 2, which is 60. Okay? When x is 60, then y is 4, then y equals to, put x equals to 60 in equation 1, then 60 minus y equals to 20. So 60 minus 20 equals to y. So y equals to 40. Y equals to 40. Therefore, the speed of a car from point A, that is 60 km per hour. Then speed of the car started from point B is 40 km per hour. So this is one of the very important sum. Here we are using distance equals to speed into time formula. Distance equals to speed into time. Now, when both the cars, one started from point A, the other one started from point B, both the cars are moving in the same direction, then the speed of the car A is x and another one is y. The distance travelled by this car A is 5 into x, whereas distance travelled by this car is 5 into y. Okay? Why? Because the condition is given both the cars meet after 5 hours. So the time taken to travel is this car 5 hours, this car also taken 5 hours. Okay. Both the cars meet at point C, you take. Then the distance travelled by this car is AC and another car is BC. In that AB, the distance between the 2 points A and B is given as 100 km. So that AC equals to AB plus BC. AB is the distance between the 2 points A and B and AC is the distance travelled by the car from point A and BC is the distance travelled by the car from point B. So the equation is AC equals to AB plus BC. AB plus BC. So AC is 5x equals to 100 plus 5y. 5x minus 5y is 100. So 5 is common. So x minus y equals to 100 by 5 which is 20. Take as equation 1. Now second condition. Both the cars meet if they travel in opposite direction. Now both the cars are moving in opposite direction. They meet after 1 hour. So that meeting point you take as D. So one car starts from point A, the another one from B. So moving in opposite direction. So like this they are moving and meeting point at D after 1 hour. So that the distance travelled by the car from point A is AD and the distance travelled by the another car from point B is BD. So AD plus BD equals to AB. Now, so what is AD? Distance travelled by this car, that is speed is x, time taken is 1 hour. So x into 1 is x. So distance travelled is x. Then here from this point the distance travelled by this car is y into 1 which is y. So AD plus BD equals to AB. So the equation is x plus y equals to 100. Now here x minus y, here x plus y easily will come to know. If you add both the equation, y eliminates. So add two equations, you will get 2x equals to 120, x equals to 60. So thus x equals to 60, that is the speed of the car from point A. Then substitute this x value in any one of the equation, you will get y equals to 40. So speed of the another car which started from point B. Okay, therefore the final answer is compulsory. For all statement problems you have to write the final answer. Therefore speed of the car from point A is 60 kilometer per hour and the speed of the car from point B is 40 kilometer per hour. Speed of the car from point B 40 kilometer per hour. Now the last question. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. If we increase the length by 3 units and breadth by 2 units, the area increases 67 square units. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. So take dimensions of the rectangle as x and y, length x and breadth y. How will you calculate area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle equals to length into breadth. So area equals to x into y, x is length, y is breadth. Now the first condition is the area of the rectangle reduced by 9 square units. Area reduced by 9 square units. If the length is reduced by 5 units, breadth is increased by 3 units. Now, area of the rectangle. So this is the fifth sum. I am not going to solve on the board. You have to do on your own. Just explain how to solve this. Area of length you take as x. Let length be x and breadth be y. Then area equals to x into y. That is area. Now, the area of a rectangle reduced by 9 square units. Area xy is reduced by 9 units when the length is reduced by 5 units. Length is x reduced by 5 units. That is x minus 5, and breadth is increased by 3 units. That is y plus 3. When the length is, see here, area is xy. Area is reduced by 9 units. If length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. Now multiply xy minus 5y plus 3x minus 15 equals to xy minus 9. xy cancel. You will get a linear equation 1. Okay. Then second equation. Same like this. If we increase the length by 3 units. If you increase the length by 3 units. That is x plus 3. And breadth by 2 units. So breadth also 2 units. Then the area increases by 67. That is xy plus 67. So area will be increases to 67. So one more equation. So xy plus 3y plus 2x plus 6. xy plus 67. So xy cancel. 2x plus 3y. 2x plus 3y takes 67 minus 6. So 2x plus 3y equals to 61. This is the second equation. And this one is 3x minus 5y plus 15 minus 9. That is 3x minus 5y. So 15 minus 9 is 6. This is the first equation. Now next step you know very well. You can do elimination method, substitution or cross multiplication method. Understood? So length take as x, breadth take as y. Then area will be length into breadth. So area will be x into y. Then apply the condition here. What is given? The area of the rectangle reduced by 9. Area is xy. Reduced means minus 9. When the length is reduced by 5 units. Length is reduced by 5. That is x minus 5. And breadth is increased by 3 units. That is y plus 3. Multiply and you will get a linear equation. So equation 1. Second condition, area increases to 67. That is area is xy. Increases plus 67. When both the length and breadth are increased. That is length increased 3 units, breadth increased 2 units. Now multiply these two and bring a linear form. That is equation 2. Later on, use any algebraic method to find the solution x and y, which gives the dimension of the garden. Okay, dimension of the rectangle. I hope you understood this cross multiplication. So in the next class, the next concept is equations reducible to a pair of linear equation in 2 variables. So some equations are not able to solve in this method, that is substitution, elimination or cross multiplication method. So those equation you have to reduce it to simple form and then you have to find the solution of the equation. So in the next class I am going to teach reducible method to find the solution of the equations. Thank you, students.